Hi, and welcome to the more practical part of the course. In this part, we're going to create a vault and see how we can store it into a file and then load it back again. This will become very useful in the later parts. On the screen, you can see the TypeScript template that I got from the GitHub page of the Internet of People. This was designed so that you can start coding right on. Here, these bare-bone codes, so the Hello World program, just shows you that you have a connection with the blockchain. But since I already did this, I'm going to skip it. So here, in order to create a vault, we need access to the crypto module because this is where the vault class resides. Let's import it. And we can import it from the Internet of People SDK. Okay, now we can start with our main function in which the business logic will reside. And in order to create a vault, we need three things. The first thing is the mnemonic. This is this 24-word sentence, or it can be also 12 or 18 word, but for us, it's going to be 24 words by default. We need an optional word. This is a salt. And we need the encryption key. Now we're going to start with filling them in. And a mnemonic we can generate through its own class. And this class resides at crypto.bib39 because it follows the bib39 specification. And here we need to specify which kind of language the dictionary that we use will be in. I'm going to give English. And now I'm going to generate a phrase. Next, we need an optional word. This we can choose ourselves. And I'm going to choose pizza just to keep things simple. And for the encryption key, I need a strong password. Remember, this is the key with which your seed gets encrypted. So a good thing to do now is to log out the mnemonic and write down, because imagine that you lose the file, or that it gets stolen, or that your computer burns down or something, then this mnemonic can be used to recreate the seed. So let's log it out so that we can write it down. And in the end, it's also easier to write this down than the actual seed. So let's do it. And now we have the three things that we need to create a cryptographic vault. So let's just do that. We will create a new variable that will hold a vault. And we can create a new vault by calling the crypto vault class and its create method. Here it expects three arguments. The first argument is a phrase or this mnemonic. Second one is optional word. Since it is optional, you can also choose to just give an empty string. And the third one is an unlock password. This is this encryption key. Okay, now we have created a vault, but I would also like to store it somewhere. In order to write the vault into a file, we need the write file sync method from the file system. Let's import this. And now we are going to create this file and read the Keyvault to it. So I'm going to name the file keyvault.json, and I'm going to save the vault like this. The only problem here is that this will return a JSON object, so I'm going to stringify it. Now, in order to run the code, we still need to call the main function. And then I'm going to try and see what this does. So I'm going to run npm start, because a predefined script will compile it and then run it. So let's see what it does. Now that it's finished, we can see that this 24-word sentence has been printed out, and this is the thing that you should write down. Let's take a look at this keyvault.json file. Oops, I see that I'm in the way. Let's move me a bit. And here you can see an encrypted seed, very much like the one that we saw in the slides. Again, you have this plugins part, which is empty, and this will store the state later on. In the next episode, we will already see that this will be filled. So now what I would like to do is to load the vault from this Keyvault that we already have generated before. So imagine that this could be useful when you already have this keyvault.json file. So what we're going to do now is read it in. So we're going to import a read file sync method from the file system. And we are going to specify which file it is. And now we're going to make a string out of it. So this is actually the reverse that we did before. Now we can create a vault by using the load method on the vault class. And this expects data, but it expects a JSON object. So therefore, we're going to parse it and give the file in. Once we do this, we can log the state of the vault. To see whether it is actually the same one that we saved in the file. Now I'm going to run this again. And we can see that, again, it printed out the state of the vault, and we have the same encrypted seed with no plugins as in this file. Okay, so for now, this was it. In the next episode, we're going to take a look at how keys can be generated with this vault on the Hydra blockchain. And once we do this, we can see that the state will be stored in this keyvault.json file. So see you in the next episode. And if you liked what you learned, don't forget to subscribe. Bye.